Hello everyone. In the previous video, we showed how we can install the Hyperledger Fabric new version into Ubuntu 18.04, and also we executed the first network by running byfn shell script, and thus we analyze how a particular network is deployed in Hyperledger Fabric. And in this video we are going to demonstrate the first application which comes with the Hyperledger Fabric samples, and it's called as FabCar. So FabCar is actually a small blockchain application which store some details of certain cars inside that. So there are certain operations that provided in FabCar itself. We can add new car, we can view the details of a car, we can view the details of entire car, and we can also modify the owner details of a particular car. So these are the possible operations in this minute blockchain application. So open the FabCar folder, and we are going to run. So firstly you can see only these three folders. The other two folders I created for certain purpose. So you can see Java, JavaScript and TypeScript folder. So that means you can run the FabCar chain code either in your Java, then JavaScript or TypeScript. Okay, so since I am more comfortable to do in JavaScript, I am following the JavaScript file, and here you can see two shell script which can be used for starting your fabric, and as well as for shutting down your fabric. So first we can execute this start fabric.sh in order for deploying our network. So in order for deploying in JavaScript, you can use start fabric.sh followed by, you can give JavaScript, because since we are not using any other language, we are particularly using JavaScript. You can give JavaScript. If otherwise, if you are not planned to use either Java, JavaScript or TypeScript, you can just run start fabric.sh. In some cases, if you didn't created the path of Go language as permanent, that is inside the profile, you have to set the path. So if you created the Go language path as temporary path, then you have to set the path like export path is equal to $path /user/local. So I stored my Go language build library inside this path. So either you can directly run start fabric.sh, or if we are only focusing only in JavaScript, you can run start fabric.sh space JavaScript. Okay, so this will first check whether any network is currently executing and try to remove that thing. So it will start to bring up the network. So it takes a few minutes for starting. So we can continue the video after that. So here you can see this generating fabric version 2.1, generating certificates using fabric CA, and it is creating different ordering for organization 1, organization 2. So you can see most of the primitives are creating. So it takes few more minutes for completing this procedure. Okay, here I completed the deploying of fabric Fabcar. So approximately 8-9 minutes taken to deploying the network. So this will be the output you can see after completely successfully deploying the network. You can see what all steps you have to do for continuing. If you are using JavaScript, you have to do these steps, and if you are in TypeScript, you have to use these steps, and if you are using Java, next you have to do these steps. So in all procedures it is showing that since I am using JavaScript, here you can see they are asked to run node enroll admin and node register user. So here you can see these files are inside JavaScript. So these are the content of JavaScript. Here you can see different files. Enroll admin JS, it's actually used for enrolling a particular admin into our network. Then there is a register user. In order for registering a user, you have to run this JavaScript file, and here you can see the package.json which is using different dependencies. So I already installed the dependencies. If you are first into this file, you have to run the command npm install inside this folder. So just I am for the people who are first into this system, cd javascript. So it contain different dependencies are listed in the JSON file. So you have to install those dependencies if it is not available in your case. So the node modules are actually inside my folder, since I already run npm install. So once I am running the file npm install, so this will go through all the dependencies in JSON file and checks if it is not available in node module, it will automatically download from the network. So you have to initiate your network. So I forgot to connect to Wi-Fi. So all the things are here. So that's why it shows up to date in 23.7. Otherwise everything will be installed from into your system. Okay, so that's the basic concept of a node application. So next we are going to invoke enroll admin. So first you have to give, for every Fabric application you must have an administrator with have highest priority. So here you can see we are creating admin using the different packages of our Hyperledger, Fabric CA, Client, Fabric Network, and here we are using the organization peer0, organization 1, and here you can here you can see we are setting the name of the admin as admin. Okay, you can give any other name here as the name of your admin. Just I am given in the Fabric sample itself, it is given like that, admin is your user. So it first check whether the admin certificate is already available in the wallet, and so we can successfully enroll the admin if everything is correct. So just we can check here. I already, since no, it is not there. So if you also, if you are trying for a second time, you may found the admin certificate as well as the private key and public key of client or user in this wallet. So you have to delete those things before running for a second time. So and here you can see register user. In the register user file, you are using the privileges or dependencies and packages of Fabric, and here you can see so with the help of admin, actually you are enrolling your app user. So this is the actually the ID of your user. You are registering the app user. Only you can register app user if the admin is already enrolled. So first you have to enroll the admin, then with the privileger or the identity of the admin you can enroll a particular user. So that way you can create a security into your system. Only with the privileges or the key of a particular admin you can enroll new user into your system. So here you can give any name as the ID. So we can start to execute. So go into JavaScript folder and execute. Firstly you have to execute enroll admin. So after completing npm install, you have in order for enrolling you have to use enroll admin.js. if it is already present, they will show the admin id is already used information in the terminal. So since the file is already deleted from the wallet, they are actually created and they shown the certificate. This is the certificate they allocated for the admin. You can print this thing in enroll admin.js using the code in enroll admin.js. And next we are going to create a particular user. So you can create any number of users by running this register user.js. we just need to change the name for each execution. So node register user.js. So first you can see it is already created the admin id. Here you can see the certificate as well as the public key. Okay, the second command is also executed. So here you can see the private key. Sorry, since it is not in aligned. Okay, from here you can see the certificate allocated for the admin, and from here you can see the private key. And as the same can be seen here, this is the private key, sorry, certificate of user, and followed by the private key. So now we created the certificates of user as well as the admin. Okay, so next here you can see different files. Next one is invoke.js. Okay, one thing I want to say is that while you created or deployed your fabric by using .start fabric, you actually initiated the some details of cars into your network. So it is given in your chain code. So firstly we can visit the chain code. So the chain code is available in the parent folder, fabric sample chain code, then fab car, and I am using JavaScript. So JavaScript lib fabcar.js. So I am writing written. So the fabric sample contain different chain code version, some other in Go, Java, JavaScript, etc. So here we can see there is a initiate ledger, and initiate ledger is actually initiating certain values while it's deploying. So it's actually initiated with different details of cars, of different cars. So here you can see array contain different data regarding many cars, and in this for loop it's actually putting the state. So actually we are, there is a state and as well as a transaction log in Hyperledger Fabric. So we are storing the values using the function put state, and here you can see we are giving a key value as car plus I. So here each information regarding each car is inserted with a key value car followed by an iteration value 0 to length of the car, length of the list. So followed by you can see the data regarding that particular car. So in this way, in this for loop, you while you iterating, you insert each car into your Hyperledger Fabric. So at the initiation of the Hyperledger Fabric itself, automatically this much of values can be inserted into your ledger. Okay. So as well as in your fabcar.js file, you can see the chain code for one function is query car. By using that particular function, you can retrieve the details of a particular car from the fabric or ledger. Then next you can see another function, create car. Suppose you want to create or store another car into the ledger, you can call that function. Then next another chain code function, query all car, that will retrieve all the details regarding all cars and send back into the client side. Then you can see change owner car. Here you can change the owner details. You have to provide the car number and new owner details for changing the car. So here you can see all the parameters here. While creating, you have to give car number, make, model, color, as well as owner. So this much of details you have to provide into the system. And all of this function, you can see a particular variable CTX is actually the context of transaction is actually showing. Actually a transaction context is created when we are deploying a smart contract to a channel, and it is actually used for every subsequent transaction invocation. So it actually helped developers to write the programs and make that context, the deploying context, into the system. So mainly with the help of this CTX, we are making that context. So that's why we are using it as the first parameter in every function. So next we can, okay, so here we found 5 functions in chain code. And next you can see you are having 2 JavaScript function in your JavaScript folder, fabcar JavaScript. Here you can see invoke.js and query.js. Actually invoke.js contain only one function, create car. Actually by running the invoke.js file, we can actually create a new car into our ledger. And all other functions are called, all the rest 4 functions are called from query.js. Actually from the downloaded fabric itself, they are given like that. We can actually create this function created, which is in the invoke.js inside query. All the 5 function can be given inside query.js, but here it is given in that manner. For we can just open invoke.js. so in the invoke.js, you can see you are just running the function create car. Okay, so here you can see actually with the help of the submit transaction function, and even the first parameter should be the chain code function name. And you can see the create car. In the create car, here you can see in the create car, the first parameter is your CTX, that is context. So we are not passing this value. From the submit transaction function, you can see we have to write the name of the chain code function, and it is create car, and it will be invoked, then followed by the parameters to that create car. So here we required the car number, make, model, color, as well as the owner. So that things are following here. Okay, and as well as okay, so we can just run this invoke.js. We can run. So in the fabric.js file, you can see at the initialization you created 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 10 car details of 10 cars actually inserted into the ledger. So we are going to insert a new car, and the key is car 13. So you know that it is only from 0 to 9 cars are available in the fabric. By using car 0, I value start from 0 to length of the list. You can see only 10 values inside. So I am going to create a new car 13, which is of Honda 1, Accord 1, Black 1, and Tom. So we can just run this JS file, and successfully it will add the details of this new car into the ledger. Okay, so we can execute it. So for that you have to use node invoke.js. Okay, it is actually adding. Okay, the transaction has been submitted. So firstly you can see here, you first see a path in the terminal is actually using the path for getting the certificate ID of the app user. Only if we provide the app user, here you can see you are providing the ID of a particular user that is already we created. Only if we created this user, with the help of a particular user, only you can insert a value into your ledger. So that is, a authorized user can insert data into the ledger. So this way we inserted value. So invoke.js can be called as many time, and then you can just need to change the value. Here you have to change into 14, then insert some values here and just run invoke.js. So many more function, one more function can be invoked from invoke.js. Here I can see this change owner can also be invoked. So we can do after doing some retrieval query by running query.js. In the query.js also you can see, firstly we are taking the details of wallet, and from we are taking the identity of app user. So you can create as many number of users, and one user can be used for creating the car, and another user, authorized user, can be used for retrieving the data. So here if two users are available, you can input the identity of first user here in invoke.js, and identity of second user in query.js. So since both of the users are admitted by the admin, they both can access data from or insert data into the channel. Okay, so here we are again taking the identity of the user, and here you can see the function. Okay, so evaluate transaction. So evaluate transaction is mainly used while we are submitting some retrieval query, and when you, so I think you notice that here we are using submit transaction. So in order for modifying the content of the ledger, you have to use submit transaction, and otherwise you have to use evaluate transaction. So contract.eval transaction query all cars. So when you run this JS file, you will get the details of all cars. So we can just run so node query dot js. So again taking the identity of user from the wallet, and with help of that, okay, here you can see just JSON details regarding the cars, particularly in JSON format. And here you can see the key of the first car is car 0, then record, and it is this is a first record we already so in our fabric.js. So fabric.js contain blue Toyota Prius Tomoko. So this is the first record, followed by the second record. The key of the second record is car1. So this is actually a stringified JSON file. In the fabric itself, we can fabcar.js, you can see how they are returning the value. Query all car, here this is actually the chain code function for query all car. So these functions are used for retrieving the file, and into a particular array we are pushing each record by record using the push function. And the record have two values, key which record car 0, car 1, car 2, and then a record which contain details of all car. So each index of the particular array contain this entire details. So that's why we can do, and the next video you can see how we can retrieve it using API. In that case I will discuss more into this. Okay, so and it is written using JSON stringify. That way we are getting values into the terminal like this. Okay, so we got the values, And next we can just change the function in query.js into query car. So here you can see query car is actually retrieving the detail of a single car. In that case, you have to provide the ID of the particular car you require the details. In the chain code itself, you can see the function query car which contain two argument. One is the context and second one is car number. So first argument can be neglected, so you have to put in your chain code, but you have to pass the values from second parameter to n parameter. You have to pass the values from your calling function. So here you can the thing is given that you have to change the function name query car. So query car, and then followed by the car ID in inverted comma. So you have to provide the key correct key value. So it is car 4. So I change the chain code function name inside this evaluate transaction and save the file and just run the same query.js. So again take the identity of the particular user, and here you can see the details regarding the records of car number 4. Okay, so car number 4, where is car number 4? Sorry. Okay, here comes the car number 4, Tesla, model S, color black, and owner Adriana. So here you got the result. So this way we can query data from the ledger. So here you can also see the car 13 that we inserted just before using the create car query. You can again run the same invoke.js file and you can insert new car into this system. So next you can one more function exists that is change car. I got the change the owner of the car. So here you have in the fabric chain code, you have a function change car owner, and you have to pass two argument. The first argument is the name of the car, number of the car, and next is the details of the new owner. So we can change the owner of our car 4. So it is given that the owner of the car is Adriana. We can change his sum into Tommy. Okay, so we can change by invoking the function change car owner from invoke.js. Since it is a updation function, you have to use a submit.transaction, and it is given how you have to provide the details. We can just copy that thing into this function change car owner. It is given car 12 and Dave. We can change it. Okay, so change car owner, we need to change the car 4 and then it can be Tommy, Tommy. Okay, so Tommy, and just run the node invoke.js. So if there is no error, you can see the transaction submitted completely or successfully. So where it is, yeah, transaction has been submitted, and we can run node query.js. is actually we passed the function query car with the argument car 4. So we need to get the value Tommy. So taking the user ID. Okay, here it comes, the owner is changed to Tommy. So this way you can create if you want to create any new function, you have to first add it into the chain code, and you have to rerun your fabric. Before that, you have to shut down your fabric using ./network down. Is already given in your fabcar folder. So you can add any number of function like the functions in chain code, and you can invoke from invoke.js, or if you are just need to retrieve the value, you can retrieve it from the query.js. So that way I'm just ending this tutorial here. We actually, okay, we can just stop the network in the meantime. So it's just by calling the function sorry, you have to go back into one folder, because it's the file is there. So it is can be done by using ./network down .sh. Okay, so it will start to stop the network, and in a few minutes it will stop. So you can add any number of function into this query.js file and retrieve the data, and if you are want to submit, you have to use in submit transaction function. And we can see in the next video we can create API for this function. Here just we can use our browser or any API calling application like Postman, or with the help of curl we can retrieve this thing. The same data can be retrieved, or the same data can be updated using API. So let's see in the next video.